Hello, everyone. Welcome to the fifth round. I'm Stephen Moustaris. Pretty much going to host this every single freaking time. This is just a little MMA show or whatever, just little quick stuff. So, um, honestly, I just want to get right into it. Just be quick little videos. The reason I call it the fifth round, hopefully it's under 5 minutes. It's the last little take on something. So, big news brought to you by the UFC earlier in the day. Yesterday, actually, UFC 262's got a new co-main event, and they're breaking barriers right now. It's the first 5 round co-main event of all time, and it's Nate Diaz versus Leon Edwards at UFC 262, like I said, in Houston. And boy, I'm pretty freaking excited. A lot of shocking questions coming out of it too, as well, which I see a lot all over the internet right now already. But I just kind of wanted to dive into it, just talk about it a little bit. And my whole thing was, I kind of, even though I go back and look at Nate Diaz's last like 6 fights or whatever, he does fight in welterweight a lot, and he hasn't fought since what I think it was 2015 to Michael Johnson at 155. So like, I don't know why I thought he was gonna fight at 155. I thought they would throw enough money at him and whatnot to like get him to get in that Michael Chandler, Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier mix. But then he's like pulls this magic off because he's just got that. It's like, hey, I don't win much, but I do have this just like mystique about me that I can get any fight that I want. And the fact the UFC, I like how the UFC, like I said before, I like how the UFC really went away from the Leon Edwards Bilal Muhammad fight. But I am really shocked that they put Leon Edwards against Nate Diaz, and I want to see that fight. I think it'd be amazing. I think it's going to be a little bit like Jorge Masvidal, Leon Edwards, or Jorge versus Nate Diaz is what I'm trying to say. But I think Leon might do the same thing where it does suck we didn't get to see the entire fight finish out, the Jorge and Nate Diaz one, which if you guys watched it, Jorge was putting on a classic through the first 3 rounds, caused a huge cut. They called it New York like usual, but it was just, I know a lot of people thought Nate Diaz was going to come push it on the 4th and 5th round, so it looked like Jorge was getting tired from just beating that ass, and Nate Diaz isn't the guy who's going to put away. But I don't know. I think it could be a similar to that, but it's just crazy how Nate Diaz can get himself into a title picture. Damn, now, like, you really look at it, like, you beat Leon Edwards, who's on an 8 fight win streak, who pretty much is 9 if you really call it over Bilal Muhammad, because he showed us what we kind of knew was going to happen. Like, he was giving Bilal the work, and I know they called it to an eye poke and stuff, a legal one, but still, I'm kind of happy that they're doing this now for Leon. It's like, dude, you've been out for so long. Here's your money fight. And for Nate Diaz, it's like, shit, man. Like, now you got yourself a big fight, but most importantly, you're about to, if you win this fight, you take Leon's trains, the steam that he's got right now, and going into he's asking for a title fight right after this win. He was probably gonna get it if he would have beat Bilal Muhammad convincingly and like actually beat him, but he was on his way, in my opinion, to doing so. I guess you never know in the fight game, but boy, 170-pound fight. I'm excited for it. Nate Diaz is always phenomenal at 170. He said it in previous times that he's not going to cut again, but I kind of thought the UFC was about to toss him a shit ton of money just because they wanted this fight in front of people, in front of the crowd, which is in Houston, which is going to happen. And the main event, Chandler and Oliveira, and like Jose Earl Ohani was saying earlier, 100% correct when he said this fight right now, the Nate Diaz fight versus Edwards fight, is going to be more watched than the actual main event, Michael Chandler and Oliveira, even though it's the 155 belt, even though, I mean, Habib gave it away. So I see it, but damn. I don't know who's going to win that one. I think, like I said, I think Leon Edwards can make it happen like that. But at the same time, boy, Nate Diaz, come on, boy, you got yourself a chance to get a title fight, and you haven't even literally your last few fights. You beat Pettis at 170 in 2019, but then you lost to Jorge that same year, and then you had the wars in 2016. That was the last time you fought. Before then, you took a 3-year break. 2016, you had your wars with Conor, which weren't even like a true 170, but you guys did fight at 170. And then before that was 15, you were 155. So, like, dude, you haven't had a consistent fighting record right now or even, like, beat anybody big. Look at Pettis. He's not even in the UFC anymore. Even though he's got the skill, I think, still, like he was showing. But not to be fighting for a belt or anything, especially at 170. Come on now. At 155, he was just too lean. His days are gone for that at least. But still was a gatekeeper, I would say. But still hasn't fought anybody in that top 5 at all, or top 10 even, if you really look at it. So for him to get the Leon Edwards fight, and then especially after a loss 2 years ago to Jorge, who is fighting for the belt now. It's pretty interesting how he keeps doing this. So, shouts out to you, Nate Diaz, and good luck, baby.